Welcome back to another video. Today I am talking about how I would bring Turles into the storyline of Dragon Ball Super. Now, of course, Turles is a character from the Tree of Might movie, searching the Tree of Might for a special fruit to make him as strong or stronger than the Z Fighters to basically destroy worlds and destroy the universe, blah 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 blah. We all know the basic villain plan. Now, of course, I still want to keep him a villain in this story. He should be a one-off villain in no need, shape, or form. Should he be a Brawly / Burdock or even a King Vegeta, where he's a fan requested character. I like to see him come back because he's one of my favorites. But he should be a one and done, show up, do a couple of knockouts, but not turn into like a hero because the fans want him to be kept in canon. That shouldn't happen, or at least in my opinion shouldn't happen. It should be one and done, mostly like how I introduced Lord Slug. Check out that video at a different time. Now, at least for this Tree of Might, or at least for Turles, this Tree of Might would grow in a distant planet that is somewhat similar to Earth, or somewhat similar to Beerus world, where they don't bear the Tree of Might, or at least that key fruit. It would bear God fruit. Stay with me on this one. Now, since it would bear God fruit, it would ascertain the abilities of certain gods, like the gods of destructions, the Supreme Kais, the angels. Many abilities we have not seen, but if someone were to eat this fruit, they would gain this ability. Now, Turles has been out looking for this for decades and decades. So when we meet him, or at least when they introduced him, he should be an old man. Of course, he was not around for the destruction of Planet Vegeta, nor has he heard the news about Frieza's death, revival, death again, and then Frieza's empire. He doesn't care about that. He wants that fruit. Now, within that, since he's searching that out, he finally resurfaces. Finally finds the planet that is heavily guarded by Supreme Kais, or at least guarded enough where it would make sense to have the gods fruit. Like someone important is there. Now, of course, Turles does find a way around it and finds the fruit of everlasting youth that gives him the power, that gives him his youth back, since he spent all of his time looking for this tree, and the power of the angels, basically the powers of Ultra Instincts to the fullest capabilities, since he cannot ascertain or gain the abilities of the Ami King. I at least need to cap that out. This God tree or God fruit or Tree of Might will not gain him the abilities of the Ami King, because you don't want to make him insanely broken, at least for the story. And at least it's not going to be as redundant as asking the Dragon Balls, hey, can you make me the strongest in the universe? I don't want that. Now, within gaining these two fruits, gaining these two fruits and gaining all this power, he instantly searches out Frieza. He still hates Frieza. Everyone still hates Frieza, because he knew that the corruption and the deception of Frieza, and he would still be mad that his empire or his kingdom is still coming to fruition. So he goes, kills Frieza. Now, upon hearing this, the Z Fighters, of course, hear on out that Frieza is dead again. They're not reviving him this time, or at least I hope so. Now, with Frieza dead again, they have to search out to who did it. Now, Turles probably takes over Frieza's empire. Turles is still very much a bad dude, but does not want to see Frieza be in any kind of power. So he takes that power for himself. With that, he rules kingdoms, planets. Now, I would say we keep the design the same for at least him being looking like Goku. I would say he's a relative of Goku, but if you want to change his design, cool. But I think they should just make him I would make him a relative of Goku, or a relative of Burdock, where he's just Burdock's brother or Burdock's uncle. I think that's just way better, and way better to explain his looks. Within that, Goku, Vegeta, Gohan, Brawly, Piccolo, Beerus, and Whis all set out to see who killed Frieza. Upon seeing Turles and seeing that he's gained so much power and so much youth, or at least so much power, because they didn't know how they looked like before, Vegeta instantly rushes him, because he senses a dangerous presence from within him, much like he can sense Goku always in that Ultra Instinct state when he wants to. With this, Turles shows off his power that he gained from the tree of might, or the God tree, whatever you want to say. Tree of might, right? The tree of might. Now Vegeta, Turles does play around and instantly knocks out Vegeta. Goku then rushes him along with the other three, saying he may be too dangerous for just me alone. But of course, Goku respects the one, so Goku goes up, sees what Turles can do. Now Turles out here boxing. Of course, this is not a fight Goku can win. I think Turles would go knock him out too. Probably wouldn't kill these two because he would be more proud of the Saiyan brethren, but would try to kill Piccolo and Gohan, mostly because he'd be disrespected of Gohan's half-blooded nature, and just because Piccolo is an Namekian, and he'd be like, why are you here for real? Now, upon seeing Beerus seeing Turles having the power of basically gods that he shouldn't have, of Whis and Beerus, they escape. They take Goku, Vegeta, Piccolo, and Gohan back to Earth, or back to Beerus' planet to discuss, and Broly back to the planet to discuss what happened, discuss how he is so much powerful than they are, and tell them about this sacred tree. Yada yada, backstory, yada yada. Upon hearing this, the Z Fighters know they have no chance. So I'm canceling the Z Fighters out this part, because I think the gods, or at least the angels, I want to see the angels fight. So the angels would go then discuss this matter with each other, as this is a talk of high priority. So it can't just be handled by mortals, even though it's just in Universe 7. Everybody's responsible for their own universe. But upon seeing this importance, you would see Vados, Wiz, and many more join the fight. Grand Prix and the guards would stay in the Ami King. They're just insanely way too powerful to gauge their strength. But the other angels would go and jump Turles. Upon seeing this, Turles would try to hide out, but you know how the angels are. They could find you, and they're extremely fast and have mastered Ultra Instinct and have way more experience with it than Turles does. Upon this, Turles goes, fights the angels. Now he's also given he hasn't given anyone else the God Tree power, the Tree of Might's power. It's mostly just him that has this power, so he tries to fight them off to the best of their ability. Now, of course, since the angels are taking care of this, the angels would beat the brakes off, not beat the brakes, would have an encouraging fight with Turles and see if he is willing, if he's worthy of this power, but if he's going to use his power for evil and throw the universes out of whack, especially Universe 7, he can't be living no longer. Upon seeing that and hearing this, the angels just kill him. In a skeptical fight, one that would break the internet, of course, at least in this what if, or in this introduction. And that would be the end of Turles. It would be more of the angels and like the higher priority of the angels, the Ami King, and seeing how they deal with such a situation rather than the Z Fighters dealing with it. We still get to see the Z Fighters fight, but we get to see them heavily outclassed. We actually get to see the barrier between the angels, the gods of destructions, and the mortals of Dragon Ball Super, which many people want. Now that's my introduction. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. What you would add, what you would remove, and how would you introduce Turles into this series. Now this is just me. I feel like he should just be a one and done villain, but if you know, I just don't like the thought of him continuing as some anti-hero or anti-villain. Anyway, like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.